You've got questions? She's got answers. It's Ask Nurse Lisa.
Nurse Lisa here. Glad you could make it to your appointment today. And I appreciate all the questions and comments here on the show. You guys have been wonderful and I really appreciate your support. Well, back pain is the number one reason that people go and see a physician. Let's talk about another common reason that people go and see the doctor. It's time for our viewer comment question of the week. Take it away, James.
Oh, hi, Nurse Lisa. Yeah, got a question for you. Headaches. Now, I've had headaches on and off for my entire life. I think everybody does get headaches now and then. Now, what I want to know is, does it make any difference? What's the difference when you get a headache on this side of your head or on this side of your head? Is it a difference? Is it bad to have on one side or the other? Does it make a difference? I'm just curious. Yeah, anyway. I'm looking forward to hearing your answer. 10, 20, 30, 40. Don't have 50.
That is a very interesting question. You have several lobes of the brain. You have your frontal lobe, which is up here in front and on top, which of course is where your personality, your reasoning and things like that are carried out. Then you have your right temporal lobe and your left temporal lobe, which are responsible for memory and issues with vision and hearing and things like that. So in answer to your question, it really depends on what kind of headache that you have. And to better help the doctor understand what's going on with you, there are some simple questions that you need to have the answers ready to go for your doctor at your visit. One of the first things the doctor is going to want to know is, where is the location of the headache? What is the duration of the headache? And is going to ask you to describe the nature of the headache. Is it dull, throbbing, sharp? How would you describe it? On a scale of 1 to 10, would you describe it, 1 being the least headache you've ever had, 10 being the worst headache you've ever experienced in your life? What brings on these headaches? Food, light, noise, disturbances in sleep? Is there anything in particular that aggravates your headache and makes it worse? Be specific. What, if anything, relieves those headaches? What have you tried? What have you done? And does anything work? Let's talk about the history of the headaches. How long have you had the headaches? Have you had them since childhood? Have you had them this year? Is it something that just woke you up in the middle of the night and is acute? If you're a woman, are you having your headache in relation to your menstrual cycle? For instance, before you're having your menstrual cycle. Is there a family history of headaches in your family, such as migraines? Some of the next very important questions are, before you get these headaches, do you get any sort of symptoms such as fatigue, yawning, sleepiness, euphoria, any strange symptoms before a headache starts? While you have your headaches, are you notice anything such as visual disturbances, nausea, vomiting, cold hands or feet, seizures, weakness, in your arms or legs, unsteady gait, slurred speech. Has there been any recent head trauma or a fall? With acute headaches, is there fever? And is it a high fever? It's also very important to make sure the doctor knows what, if any, medications that you are taking. The good news, most headaches are not brought on by serious conditions. In fact, it is rare that the cause of a headache will be a brain aneurysm, a brain tumor, a stroke, meningitis, or encephalitis. So, when should you go see the doctor about a headache? When is it an emergency? When should you go? Would you describe that headache as the worst headache you've ever had in your life? Is it interfering with your daily activity? Is your headache associated with any other serious symptom? Difficulty walking, blurred vision, memory loss, anything? Has it gotten progressively worse over the 24-hour period? Any headache that occurs with a head trauma. Your headache is severe and is localized to one eye with redness in that eye. You have cancer and you develop a new and unusual headache. I hope this helps. This has been Ask Nurse Lisa. I really appreciate you participating in the show. You can participate in the show by sending your video responses to Ask Nurse Lisa at asknurselisa@yahoo.com. And I will see you next week. And until then, stay happy, stay healthy.